This is revisiting the story in Chilhowie, Virginia. I've got some pictures I'm going to show you here in a minute, but I've been reading a bunch of comments on the web and emails people send to me. I get a lot of emails from people in Smith County and in Chilhowie and neighboring towns that tell me there's some real serious problems there. Okay? So I don't know what to do about it. I don't live there. Somebody wrote me about the Baptist church and said, why do you blast the Baptist church? Well, the Baptist missionaries to Thailand and Burma coercively sterilized hundreds of Aka women, never made the situation right. We followed that case for years, and they've been on a vendetta to destroy the culture of the Aka people for decades. So we don't like Baptists, just in general. We don't like them, and they have no respect for other people's culture. They're sort of like the Great White Conqueror types, you know, and so we really don't have any use for them. Okay, there's good Baptists out there and stuff, but you have to remember that if you're a Baptist missionary, you're representing the whole group of Baptists, and if you do things that are really bad, and if the mission board keeps sending out people who destroy other people's cultures, and you want to be a part of that, that's your problem. Expect to get some heat for it, okay? Now, I want to go over this story a little bit because I just stopped briefly in Chilhowie. Tom, who I'm going to show you a picture of, the brother-in-law of Bill Boswell, who said he'd call Bill Boswell, the city manager, and let him know. When Bill came down to the park, I mean, this guy didn't introduce himself or anything. He just started yelling at me and saying, give me a name, give me a name. Who said you could stay here? And I said, well, somebody said he was your brother, your brother-in-law, something like that. And he goes, well, I don't have anybody like that in this town that would have done that. Well, it turns out, in fact, that this fellow Tom, who I've gotten a picture of, is the fellow I met. He was very polite, and he's the one that said his brother-in-law was Bill Boswell, the city manager, okay? And we didn't park our bus in Chilhowie. We drove it into Chilhowie, asked about the situation with the horse. They said we couldn't leave the horse there, and we couldn't leave the horse in Chilhowie, and we couldn't park the bus in Chilhowie, and we left. So nobody parked in your town, nobody imposed themselves on your town, and we really don't care. Because from everything we see, Chilhowie can't control itself, and it can't make up its mind what kind of town it's going to be. So we really can't do anything about that. But this police officer, Rick, is very unprofessional. And, you know, if two officers and Bill Boswell, I told them very clearly at the time, this is my only impression of your town. It's not been a very good one. But anyway, seems like you got a lot of problems there in the town, and that there's a few good people that write me, but apparently the majority of the people keep Bill Boswell and keep getting these kind of police officers in the town of Chilhowie. And so apparently the good people of Chilhowie are in a minority, and they're powerless because they aren't upset to the point where they get rid of these people. That, I mean, I would have no reason to come back to Chilhowie after how we were treated. We weren't treated by somebody like this, by somebody standing in line at the McDonald's or a McDonald's employee. We were treated how we were treated by city employees. And, you know, it's pretty hard to undo what people in an official capacity, how they treat visitors. So anyway, that's the state of the deal in Chilhowie. You know, there's a lot of discussion going on the internet. There's a lot of videos and stuff. The other thing is this, you know, people write me and say, oh my God, you wrote this horrible video. We put a warning on the video. And we said, if you don't like how we describe how we were treated in this town, if you're a good person in the town, don't take it personally. Try to change it, but apparently you're fairly helpless. We warn people, if you're offended by profanity, Don't watch this video. I mean, I hear profanity in every walk of life, right? And not by people I've treated badly, not by people who've treated me badly, just I hear it a lot, right? And I had a reason to be angry by having to deal with junkyard dogs. And I can't remember encountering people like this in the last 10, 20 years, you know. There's nothing to compare it to. I mean, some people say that the sheriff in Phoenix area, in Maricopa County, is a real ass, you know, but I never met the guy, so I can't say so. 99% of the police officers that we deal with are very professional, very polite, very reasonable, easy to get along with, cooperative. They want to help find a solution for all the parties involved. If we're looking for a place for the horse, they'll help us. They'll call animal control for suggestions. They'll call people who have a reputation in the community for working with horses. You know, they'll come by and tell us, hey, we found a place you can park your bus. Very helpful. The job of police officers isn't always very easy, but we have never had many problems. And even the times when they were a little bit of rambo-like, I mean, it lasted a couple of minutes, and there was, you know, no problem with it, all right? So people in Chilhowie have sent us emails calling us skinhead, Asians, chinks, Mongolians, don't come mooch off our town. I mean, Chilhowie ain't the center of the universe, take my word for it. And we didn't mooch off your town. The horse ate probably a little bit of grass in the park that's covered with goose shit. So that's the part of your town we know about. And so if you're going to insult people, you know, don't be a chicken shit and call people racial terms. You show that you're, you know, like a white supremacist or something. You're wasting people's town. And you know, all this crap is on the internet. You know, we got almost 5,000 hits on just this one movie, over 1,000 on another movie about Chilhowie, and it just keeps going on. And it's about your town. We don't care what you say about us. We don't live there, and we don't got nothing to do with it. We're just passing through. But we think it's pretty funny that a lot of people have written in and said, hey, you know, the people that run this town don't got a clue to, you know, what professionalism is or how to PR for a community. So, you know, that's the way it goes. But anyway, polite people are polite, and rude people are rude, and we wouldn't come back to Chilhowie to save our lives. Okay, let's go over some pictures now. This picture on the right is Bill Boswell. He's the city manager of Chilhowie. Okay? He's the guy that verbally accosted me within seconds of meeting me, demanding to know who it was that told me that he was the brother-in-law of the city manager, and that he would call, and that he didn't think there would be a problem about the horse down by the river. This is another picture of Bill Boswell, okay? So you can see that closer. There you go, that's Bill Boswell. Real swell guy. There he is again. There he is. All right. Okay. Now, this, I believe to be Tom. Bill Boswell's brother-in-law. They're a very polite guy. Stopped in a truck, said he'd call. Didn't see any problem, okay? Just like I said it happened. All right? This is a cop named Rick who came and started shining the flashlight in my face before the bus was even stopped moving. This isn't a bus that was parked in town. This was a bus that was moving, a 40-foot coach, and he's interfering with the safe operation of a vehicle, okay? I get out of the vehicle. He's still shining the light in my face. They say I can't park the bus there, so I move it, all right? But you're the guys that's stuck with this cop in your town. If you don't know how to hire professional police officers, which there are 99.9% of them are, then that's just another problem you got in Chilhowie. Tom seems like a real nice guy. Bill Boswell, well, You guys know them better than I do.